but I would love to get your thoughts and advice for entrepreneurs that want to work with CVCs, right? So can you tell us a bit, like, what does it take for an entrepreneur to, or for a startup to get your attention? Is the process any different than maybe what they're experiencing around fundraising in the typical kind of sense, right? And what can they expect if they work with you guys? And I'd like to ask both of you this question. Maybe I'll start with Nicko, and then I'll move back to Raymond. So yeah, Nicko, tips, and also what does it take for you to pay attention to a
Ooh,
wants to be
show us your numbers. So
very simple.
yeah, but I guess back in the early days when you get excited, just hearing the idea itself or the pedigree of the founders. But today, numbers says all. But here's the deal. I mean, throughout my career, especially in Indonesia, I can see a lot of the quality of the founders get better by the year. And 2020, 2021, I've seen a lot of many potentials will come from not only fintech sectors, but other emerging sectors as well, such as agriculture, health, educations, and so on. So
actually, like, would you say COVID has changed anything, like, as far as your approach or what you see? Yeah.
COVID accelerated all those sectors that hasn't been gotten a lot of attention, in the past 10 years. But with COVID, let's say logistics got, more attention today. Agriculture got more attention, health especially, education, since the rise of Ruang Guru in Indonesia, Zenius, there's a lot of new players coming in. And they have very exciting concept through because we have this in Indonesia. We since COVID we have this kartu prakerja that can be used to get grants from any educational institutions so there's a lot of things from the government initiatives that in the end accelerated some of the verticals in Indonesia, and it's very exciting to see that more quality founders are ready for it. They know how to tap this opportunity. Very exciting for me. So nowadays, but I still want to see numbers.
The bottom line to numbers that speak. But you, Raymond, like, so what will catch your attention? How does a startup get on your radar? And what are your tips for founders and entrepreneurs that are looking to get some CVC investment?
I think, we are not very much different from the other VC when it comes to getting the deal flow, right, and startup getting our attentions. We do also have our own iLab under our education group. So we basically create this funnel, right? This iLab is like accelerator for the early stage, the seed stage startup that we work with our own university. And our university, right, Sunway University actually have collaboration with like MIT, Harvard, Oxford, right, on the visiting lecturers and all this, right? So it's a wholesome environment for our own student community and all this thing for them to create a startup. But at the same time, we work with our business unit, right? Sometimes the startup just approach our different verticals. They can approach our property business unit or the Sunway Mall, right? The retail, and maybe the hospital, right? Healthcare. And it is the business unit that highlight to us, hey, this startup, they are doing something very interesting. As a user, as a client, right? We find that the product is very relevant to the industry. And so that kind of word of mouth, that reference from our own business units sort of give us as a CVC, as investors, more confidence to really invest in them, because we want to validate, right? So even after we invest in them and then we get them to collaborate with our other business unit, we can continue to validate the tractions and the issues of this startup, right? So this, and then we can even double down and triple down on that startup. So I think in a way, put it simply, the summary can, the startup can approach us, just pitch direct, or they can also work with our Sunway group, different kind of business unit, and get referred to us through them. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing that.